1911, I don't know, it's a Hyundai Elantra. It's like he was dropping Coca-Cola cigarettes in the carpet. I don't even know how you get them brown syrupy. How do you do that? Man, I will get a lot less pissed off if you're just like, yeah, I bought this at the auction last week. If you make up some whole story about how this is my favorite car of all time and I'm only selling it because my grandma has cancer and I have to move to Alaska to be with. No, dude. Yeah, we are gonna right click that. That's what Dad would like. But Dad doesn't need anything that's nice. Motor is a 454. I have all the chrome trim. Danger words. 2002. It's in a box in my basement. If anybody on Craigslist ever tells you it's in a box in my basement, be prepared. You will never, whatever is in that box in that basement, you will never in your life find the motivation to install that on that vehicle. That's laws of physics right there. This was honestly about the best minivan Toyota ever made. You know, people want to get all hot and bothered about the Previa. The Previa fucking looked weird and it had a 4-cylinder. Oh shit. 96 Lincoln Town Car. How much is this? And then he's even got he's got a sticker for a towing service company on the door jamb next to like the Ford manufacturing sticker. That ought to tell you something about the Ford right there. That ought to tell you something about the reliability of the Ford. Look at, he kept all his documentation. This is definitely a motorhome person. Getting to know your 2008 View, I'd rather not. And this guy, doesn't this guy sell, I think that this guy, I don't know. Why, but David, why are you like, I'm not that curious. 2009 Chevy Impala, no license plate, $4,500. No. Oh, but it's got the 36,000 original on this 5-digit odometer on that Men's Warehouse. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen that. It has the see-through grandma couch plastics on the seats. That's pretty intense. Exclamation point, no license plate. That's how everything in Ellenwood needs to be. Just give me the facts, don't tell me any stories. We're in Ellenwood. We both know what's going on here. 2016 Ford. Oh, look at this. You know, lately I've been one owner. Heat workspace, you may need Freon or compressor. Yeah, because those are comparable in cost. Infiniti Q70. Wasn't this what the M37 evolved into? It's got 110 on it. You know, my mom's got one of these. You know, they're decent. What about the rear convexity or concavity that you have there? You've got also some front. I don't know what it is about these cars, but people tend to run them into shit. Because my family's, it was originally my grandpa's before it got handed down. And he ran into so much shit with that poor car. He drove way longer than he should have. But you know what? I'm like, that's my grandpa. He's living his best life. You know? It's like, what's the worst that happens? You know? Death? That's about to happen either way. 2019 S5060 in Buckhead. It's $51,000, I guess. I'm not really a $51,000 person. A couple weekends ago, I went and looked at a 454 Suburban, which is pretty cool. It just had a bunch of little stuff, and I just didn't quite feel like doing anything. 2002 Toyota Tacoma. It's got 263 on it, 4.5 years, precisely maintained tires. How does one precisely maintain a tire? This thing looks rough. The pictures look rough. The neighborhood looks rough. Everything looks rough. It's like rhino lined. The dashboard needs to be rhino lined. And then, yeah, I don't know what kind of, this guy needs a new phone if that's the best his camera can do. Maybe that's why he's selling his truck. Get some money up for an iPhone 15. Shit. 2002 Dodge Caravan, $1,100. It's 134 on it. This thing is a steal. The wheels are not turning freely. This thing is just value city right here. You're talking, how much money is this? $1,100 for basically a perfect vehicle. Look at this. It needs the carb cleaned and removed. It has had extensive work done to it, but it just needs the carb cleaned. Yeah. I'm going to say, if you put in the money and the time and effort to do all of this stuff in these lists of service receipts right here, if you did all of this to try and like bring this thing back up to speed, and it still is not running right, it's not just the carb needs to be cleaned. I'm gonna say no to that one. I'm gonna just say no like Nancy Reagan on that one. 2008 Acura TL, 2007 King Ranch. Didn't these have like the, what was it, the cow skin seats or the, I don't know, ostrich? It was some kind of pig. I don't know. I don't know if you're into Ford Panther body cars. They're kind of one of my favorite things. It's just a matter of, for some reason, they're not very like socially acceptable. You know, it's kind of like, they're kind of like the smoking indoors of cars. It's like, I mean, just because we all stopped doing it 30 years ago doesn't mean it's not a great idea. My driver is gone to prison for DUI, something I haven't heard of, but has been sitting for almost 8 months now. I'm not in need of money. That sounds like the shit my sister would say. My sister and her husband run a damn trucking business. Man, the revolving door of those truckers that work for them. If you ever wanted to hear of new crimes you'd never heard of before, if you ever wanted to really acquaint yourself with the Georgia statutes, my question is, how did the PT Cruisers manage to last so long? They got to be about the only damn thing Chrysler built back then with any staying power. It's like every other bullshit cheap American car from that time period has long ago vanished from the roads. And why, of all of them, why is that hideous little fucker the only one that managed to like survive? If you look at this Lawrenceville guy, this guy's got some winners too. Yeah, this guy's got some real winners. But 03 Navigator, 13 Impala, 08 Outlander, all these three here in Lawrenceville, these are all being sold by the same guy. These are some shit boxes. This thing is hideous. What is wrong with this thing? What happened to that? Oh my god. The inside's worse than the outside. Jeez. Oh lord. Look how they like amateur reupholstered that passenger armrest with what looks like some shit from like the sponge aisle at the grocery store. And look how one of the three little pieces, of the three Mitsubishi pieces on the steering wheel, one of the three is missing. I've never seen that one before. He's got some kind of, I don't know what that blue, I don't know what's going on in here. I feel like I'm going to get a disease just looking at this. Man. And what happened here? And this is rusty? Holy hell. Volvo C75 speed. Oh, man. Yeah, these Volvo interiors, these things just, man, they hit it hard. You know? These are like, yeah, they did not age well. Look at that steering wheel. How did Volvo even manage that shit? You know? And it's like, here they are busy putting a damn center speaker in the dashboard. It's like, y'all gotta get your steering game together before you start fooling with that shit, you know?